Good day, students. This is Mr. Jasper Feliciano, your science teacher. We are now in week 12, chapter 4, lesson 4. The lesson is all about waste disposal and recycling. This lesson is for grade 8 life science student. For your reference, you have interactive science, textbook pages 136 to 143. The objectives of the lesson: to identify the three solid waste disposal methods, to enumerate the major categories of recycling, and to discuss on how hazardous waste safety disposal. The topic is waste disposal and recycling. What is municipal waste? It is waste produced in homes, business, schools, and a community. People generate many types of waste, including the empty packaging, paper, and food scraps. What are the three solid waste disposal methods? The first is incineration. Turn your book on page 137. In incineration, it deals with the burning of solid waste. The burning facilities or incinerators do not take up much space. They do not directly pollute groundwater. And the heat produced by burning solid waste can be used to produce electricity. The second is landfills. When we say landfills, it is a disposal of waste material by burying it, especially as a method of filling in and reclaiming excavated pits, pollutants, leachate, and sanitary landfill. It is located on page 138. When we say pollutants, it is any substance that causes pollution. And leachate, it is a polluted liquid substance. The third is recycling. When we say recycling, it is a process of reclaiming raw materials and reusing them to create new products. And recycling focuses on 3 R's. We have the reduce, reuse, and recycle. When we say reduce, it is creating less waste at the beginning, such as using cloth shopping bags rather than disposable ones. And when we say reuse, it refers to finding another use for an object rather than discarding it, such as filling reusable bottle with drinking water instead of buying new bottle. What are the major categories of recycling? The most recycling focuses on 4 major categories. We have the metal, glass, paper, and plastic. What is municipal waste? It is waste produced in homes, business, schools, and a community. People generate many types of waste, including the empty packaging, paper, and food scraps. And there we have different types of hazardous waste. We have the toxic waste, explosive waste, flammable waste, and corrosive waste. When we talk about corrosive waste, it is on page 140. It is a waste that reacts very quickly when exposed to air. That is explosive waste. And when we say toxic waste, it can damage the health of human and other organisms. And when we say flammable, it can catch the fire easily. And when we say corrosive waste, it can dissolve many materials. Effect of hazardous waste. The primary effect focuses on the health, like the skin, the respiratory system, or damages in the different parts of the body. Disposable method. It is difficult to safely dispose of hazardous waste. Hazardous waste are most often disposed of in carefully designed landfills, because hazardous waste that are not disposed of in carefully designed landfill may be stored in deep rock layer. And we have to consider the disposal site because it is challenging to the people to decide where to build the hazardous waste facilities. In general, people would prefer to have a single large facilities which is located in an area where few people live. And in order to reduce the hazardous waste, we have to think a way to manage to produce less amount of waste. The industries are eager to develop safe alternatives to harmful chemicals. In our home, we can find substitutes for hazardous household chemicals like using of citronella candles instead of spraying insects to repel the insects. That would be all for this week. Don't forget to answer the Ecology activity and person online.